This is Vigor on Xbox One X. Game is enhanced with a 4K resolution, no HDR support, and we're here at the actual launch of the game. So yes, a free-to-play title, and what's really cool is I kind of partnered up with Vigor, so they sent me some swag, which is pretty cool, and they put my kind of channel logo in the game, as you can see on my bag there. That's right, my face is in a video game, and you can also claim the logo bag, a special item from the description or the comment. And I also might have some starter packs to give away, and you can kind of claim that or perhaps be chosen for it by saying Vigor launch yay in the comments, or just really putting out a cool little neat comment below, and I'll randomly have somebody pick someone, or a couple people, because I got some starter packs to check out the game with a special starter bonus, obviously. Cool. So what is Vigor? Vigor, free to play, as mentioned, on Xbox. This is a sort of run, shoot, and loot title. So you're working to enhance your cool little house here. You get to customize your character, and you're dealing with this apocalyptic sort of world. It's a different sort of apocalypse, though. Basically, you are an outlander. The nuclear war is over. Europe is devastated, and Norway has become the last stand. So that's why we get to go to this beautiful little spot. So this is just the starter hub area. So I want to jump in here. I've been kind of moving around it. So we've got this sort of interactive area. There's the store option, and you get some crowns and stuff like that. But customization, you can kind of tweak what you look like. The Outlander outfit, pretty cool. And you can see the bag. Yes! I've always wanted to be like shown in a game, so it's kind of like a dream come true for me. And there's some crates, and you're basically building and improving your house, and you see how this would dynamically alter the environment. It sort of gives you like a goal and a quest to work towards as you're playing the core experience. Customization's coming further. So you get this loot, and the game features a sort of permadeath, where you die and you lose what you've collected in the game, but if you do escape, you get to keep everything and bring it back to your home. You can craft ammo, consumables, everything like that, deconstruct things. There's a couple different queues. You can do a team, you can do solo, a couple different locations, and we're going to jump into a quick play so that we can show off what's going on here. This is the opening sort of menu screen. When you're going into battle, you're able to kind of buy loot or insurance for the match, switch your Outlander quickly if you'd like to do that, and generally just get ready for the battle ahead. This is a game for 8 to 12 players. We're going to be looting precious resources and valuable items. So we're getting ready to go here. This is just one of the maps, as you can see with the orange markings. It's an interesting title because you can sort of just leave anytime you want. You don't necessarily have to go in and battle. You don't have to really do anything. You can just exit the map at any point. So I think that's a really interesting element of play. The target for this one is 60 FPS, as they mentioned for their launch. And the bag icon is so cool. I should have maybe put like titling for my channel name on it or something, so that's like advertising, but it's just cool. It's really cool. Anyways, yeah, so this was an Xbox game preview, and now it's a full release as free to play, which is kind of interesting. And it's just a really neat sort of title from Bohemia. It gives you a lot of options in regards to how you play. You're going around, you're scavenging, you're looting for things, and you're basically just trying to survive. As the match progresses, an airdrop will fly over and be presented, and everyone can kind of battle for it. There's also a radiation cloud that comes in at some point, and yeah, that kind of ends the match, as to say, as it pushes people out of the way and kind of ends things. So you can battle for that airdrop, or you can just kind of leave. I mean, the choice is really up to you and how you want to play this one. I think that makes it somewhat of a unique title, in my opinion. You have to be careful, because as the safe is unlocking, there are likely going to be other people wanting to either kill me, assuming they know where the location is, because it does sort of let people know what's up. So we're just going to grab a loot. We might actually dip out just early because I'm getting a lot of fairly good items. Now, they could also come from behind, but they'd have to break it down. They can shoot through things. And I'm just going to have to be careful. And they got a neat little sort of block icon, so you know where you can actually aim over things. And look at that bag. Woo! Yeah, that's pretty great. So for some context, I had to put like an orange sun kind of background over it because usually I use the Halo 3 background on the channel. So yeah, signal detector, that's not good. Let's get all that loot. And then kind of show off just exiting because we got the sick stuff from this crate, but we'll check out the church. Oh jeez. I'm spraying and praying. I should have brought a pistol. Oh wow, did I actually get them? That was good, I guess, unless somebody else is nearby too, which would be heartbreaking. Yeah, they brought a lot of loot. Okay, let's grab this and get out of here. Yep. We're just gonna hide up here quickly, and we're gonna check the map so that we can actually get out of the location. So we're just gonna head up to the left there. Some Outlander became a threat. That's great. You can also switch between single and auto shot by clicking down on the D-pad. In case you were curious, I should maybe also use a disinfectant. Yeah, okay. Or we could just kind of sneak out, I think. I think we're going to be good on that. Just kind of excited because we got all that cool loot going. Oh, great. So that's kind of the action of this one. It's very frantic, very quick-paced, and it could be over in a sec with you losing all of your content. You might get good loot, or you might not. And how long you stay in the fight is really up to you in this one. See, there's that cool airdrop that I could go for, but I've really collected everything I want at this point for this match, and then I can come back again, like, to another level, and keep the looting battle going on, which is kind of cool. And we're done. There we go. That's all the safe loot we got. Just tons of items, which is awesome. Great, so we're back at our home. We just got a bunch of cool swag. So we can come in here and take a look at what we can do. There's also challenges that you can work towards if you'd like to do that as well. We're going to put a Thompson away because we want to store that up for later. I think I might also bring out a pistol or something. Don't want to waste too many rounds and items, because this stuff is valuable. You want to kind of stock up on it, quite honestly, just because you can die and lose everything in an instant, which is crazy. So we get to do the next sort of tier if we'd like to, which I will do, and we're going to build that level, and it'll be built in 10:05. Ooh. And it kind of gives you like something to work towards, new things you can unlock, everything like that, which is, I think, kind of neat, a neat little extra on top of the looting and battling aspect of the experience, which I personally think is kind of neat. Oh, there's also a cool little neat shooting range that you can check out here, and it's just like a really lovely sort of calm environment that you can explore and take a look at. I mean, not where you're shooting, but you know, the outside area is kind of nice, lovely little spot. You got your garden up there and all that, and you get to upgrade the house, which is kind of neat. But yeah, let's look for another match so we can get some more intense action. So we ended up on the same map, which is kind of funny because there's so many options. But that's fine, we get to explore a little bit more of it this time around, which is really nice. And yeah, I've been following this since it basically launched into the game preview, so it's really neat to see it actually fully release and become available. I think it's got a certain sort of weird charm to it because it is something that is so distinctly different from other titles. I mean, it gets that sort of battle royale feeling, but you're not necessarily, you know, doing a battle royale. You can play it a number of different ways. You can use stealth, you can actually directly go into combat if that's something you want to do, but you got to be smart because you've got items that you've, you know, fought for and earned, and you don't necessarily want to lose them. So you actually feel that intensity as like the bullets go over, and you're like, uh-oh. You know, am I going to survive? Am I going to make it? Or is this just going to be a bad situation? And there are many places to visit. I think the game visually looks fairly impressive on the console, and I really love the look of the houses. Now this map isn't quite the best for showing off the sort of style of like the location, but it's got very vibrant colors as a game, which is something you don't necessarily see a lot of in titles. You know, it's very cool to kind of get that glimpse into, you know, a game that is something that's a little bit, you know, less dark and moody, and you actually get to see vibrant houses, and there's a lot of density within the houses too, which is really neat. And I'm hoping I get to run into one of them soon. Oh, saves being unlocked, which would have been on the hill, but that's fine, we're not going there this time. Someone else can go fight over that vault, even though it does have a lot of goodies and would be smart to go there again. But yeah, I'm trying to find like a good house location so I can show off the interiors, but there's just a lot of depth within the actual environment, and like the destruction and clutter makes it feel like a realistic situation, which is nice. You do get the character customization options, which I kind of went over, male or female, which is great. It's generally a simple concept, but one that does have some strategy to it as you deal with places, and you get those just really epic sort of shootouts in this. And you kind of go in prone. I'm assuming they saw me. Got him. Nice. And this is like a really deadly open range here. I mean, this bridge makes you incredibly vulnerable. But I will enjoy their carbine and all their loot that they collected for me. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we're generally, I think, perhaps going to work towards actually going towards the airdrop this time. Play it recklessly. I will likely die, but you know, just to kind of give an idea of what to expect in that part of the experience, because I think it's kind of worthwhile to see how that plays out. Do I need bullets for this? Okay. Oh, looks like we got a nice little house up ahead, which is something I wanted to show off, right? So we'll go up there and we'll take a look at this. Very beautiful skies. Just a nice place to go battle and die in, am I right? And you could get really overstuffed too with like loot and that, and then it gets just, I feel like it gets more intense when you have more to lose in this. And other titles don't quite have that, as they don't have the permadeath. But like, look how cluttered and sort of messed up and broken this environment is. I think that's really quite interesting to see, you know, like a game that has that sort of depth to it. And your character interactions with the world are really nice too, just how you're able to easily go over objects and stuff. Okay, so we got pretty good loot going. Radio tower here, so I guess we could go over and take a look at this kind of segment. Again, having to be a little bit more vigilant on this map because it is a lot more open than other ones are. I'll give this a whirl. So now we can see where other people are. Ooh, fancy, eh? So I guess they're all kind of heading over that way. And we too will go in that direction, because it should be interesting to see more of an intense battle going on. And other players might not necessarily actually be trying to fight at all. They could just be getting loot to kind of enhance their housing. But yeah, a lot of people do like the battle, and you'll get some epic situations. In the past videos I've done, it's quite interesting because you think you'll have won a battle, but then someone else will be there and they'll like knock you out. Or some people just watch people battle over the airdrop and then come in afterwards, which is kind of interesting. You know, there's actually quite a lot of strategy at play, which I think is rather fascinating in this. What an interesting map, eh? Just like the level of verticality, but yet the openness of it. And not every level is like this. Some of them are a lot more sort of flat and straightforward and housing based. And I think you get a good variety of level layouts within the game, which is good, because, you know, it mixes up the action, and hopefully we continue to see perhaps more content come in the future as well. I think generally it loads. You see like a slight pop and load there, but those like some minor flowers. But for the most part, you get a really good draw distance and sense of scale in this. Just making our way over here into the zone. Oh, I think I just saw somebody kind of walk over in the blue area there. If they notice it, I'll try to get like a little bit closer and maybe sneak up on them. With the hope that they didn't see me. And I kind of lost them. That's not good. Oh, there they are. Jeez. You really feel the thuds on this. Where'd you go? I guess we're just gonna sit out here and tactically kind of wait. See how this all plays out. So we do have some good loot, but I'm not too heartbroken, or I won't be too heartbroken if we do die. Oh, there's a guy. Kind of hoping they don't see me as I'm a bit of a lower outcropping here. See, now that's a big advantage going up the side of the hill, kind of shooting down if they've got like a rifle or something. So I want to be smart in how I handle the situation. And yeah, so overall I think it's, you know, running fairly well. Things are looking pretty good. Free to play title. Oh crap. Ooh, good sneak up.
Incoming. Beware of the drop zone. It will be dangerous.
Oh wow, he actually kind of clipped me off there. And you can die pretty fast. Wasn't very smart of me, but we'll jump off into another one. And yeah, you can spectate after too if you want to see that. You got a good shot off, and you kind of clipped me there. I should have moved to more cover. That would have been smarter. Okay, we finally got onto a different map, which was hilarious because I actually ended up on that map again. Anyways, so now we're here on a different area. There are snow ones too, just so you know. Those are really neat and well done. A little foggy and all that, which is cool. I like this one because it is a bit more of a busy place in terms of actually being city-like in nature. You know, there's a lot more structures and more of a condensed area, which is neat. Jump in here. See what we can find in this house. I was assuming there'd be something in this room. Some of that. You get more of a sense of the looting mechanics and sort of where you can loot in houses. You gotta look inside of the items. Well, the items basically like cupboards and I guess toilets too, wherever you can find items. And then escape, or maybe battle for that airdrop. I don't know, we'll see how things kind of progress in this match, right? It's kind of loot the natural landscape, and the sheds too, these usually have stuff. Some more nails and that. Yeah, I think it's kind of an enjoyable title. I've had some fun with it. It feels really intense when you get in a firefight because you're never quite sure how things are gonna go. Just due to how like the combat works, it's sort of you know, a random draw in regards to who gets the shots off and actually gets the target eliminated, which is nice. And that swag bag at the bottom there, oh yeah. It's just so cool seeing that in the game. Like, you have no idea. I'm so lucky. I don't know. I think it's the coolest thing in the world, but I'm sure everyone has different thoughts on that. Oh yeah, I also thought I'd play one match just to get the kind of snow elements shown off too, because I thought that was also a neat part of the experience. So this one's also kind of neat because it's a bit more crowded in terms of the buildings. You actually get to see some of the designs of the houses, which is really cool. So the airdrop area up there. You're gonna make our way up and hopefully face some intense action in this one. That's always the goal, am I right? And the intense bag, yeah. Going off in this area. Check out this house up here and see what's up. So yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of a, I don't know if we should get up here, a neat game. Does something a little bit different than what you might be used to. It uses the run and loot and shoot kind of formula to its advantage, and is something that's a little bit unique to witness as you battle others and try to actually save your loot. And you can run like a coward too. That's also definitely a legitimate game plan in this one. You don't have to combatively deal with everything. I wonder if there's actually going to be people that are complete pacifists and they just want to pimp out their home and they go in, they grab stuff, and they run away. That's actually a way that you could play it and be completely fine, because that's what this allows. It's not to the death, but it usually is. Let me grab some of that. Let me grab this too. Yeah, I thought there'd be more loot in this kind of place. Looks like somebody's unlocking the safe. Nah, I don't want to go there. Let's continue along, see if we run into anybody for an intense battle in this section. Well, we're getting close to where the airdrop location will be. That's something to watch out for. Maybe we'll go after the intense action of trying to grab an airdrop this time. Especially over a frozen lake segment. Could really use these pieces though. Good for actually like crafting stuff.
Safety of the shelter whenever you want.
Yep, I know, game. Thanks for keep reminding me. So you can check out this yellow house here. And being ever vigilant for the enemies that are definitely nearby somewhere. And that radiation cloud too, you gotta keep an eye out for when it pops in. Short window for actually getting out. Once that storm rolls. Man, I don't really hear any shots or anything going on. Seems like a rather tame situation. I love the vaulting and stuff in this. I really wish, well, we're getting that in DayZ, but I want it sooner than later to be able to vault around and move easily. Over in here. Still set to drop in this area, but we'll move more in towards it. Set up and prepare for this. Oh, that's really cool. I hadn't noticed that tunnel segment before. Let me go down to the house. We're in the vicinity. This would give us a good sort of overview of the where the airdrop might land. In the interest of time, I've skipped ahead. We're now going to actually battle for that airdrop. Wherever it is. There it is. Like it is coming down up here. Interesting. I'm actually going to have to backtrack a bit to get up here. Assuming other people are in the vicinity. Maybe not. Maybe a smooth pickup. A lot of danger nearby.
Be cautious when carrying the airdrop, as your position is exposed.
Yep. Alright, well, let's haul ass and get out of here then. Yeah, I assumed other people would be waiting to shoot me down, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe everybody already left or got killed. And I think generally I'm home free on this one. That was a really easy delivery there, unless somebody's waiting at the exit, but I don't think that's the case. Oh wow. No, right at the exit? Oh. Come on.